Long ago, people thought ADHD was only for kids, but now we know it can stick around when we grow up too. Dr. Margaret Sibley, a famous psychologist, did a study that showed ADHD doesn't just disappear. It stays with a lot of people even as adults. We've heard about the signs of ADHD in kids, like causing trouble in school or having trouble sitting still and finishing tasks. But what about adults with ADHD? Do they have the same signs or something different? In this video, we'll go on a journey together to discover the signs of ADHD in adults and solve the mysteries that come with it. Difficulty with organization. Imagine a swirling whirlwind causing chaos in the lives of adults with ADHD. It makes it hard for them to stay organized. It's like trying to solve a puzzle that keeps changing. They struggle to decide what tasks are most important and feel overwhelmed. They often lose track of time, missing deadlines and forgetting appointments. Important things like documents and belongings seem to disappear in the mess. These organizational problems affect every part of their lives, like at home and work. They have trouble getting things done, and their relationships can suffer. But don't worry, there are ways to help. Visual aids, reminders, and routines can bring order and stability to their lives. Impulsive comments. Life is full of unpredictable moments, and sometimes our words can slip out before we even have a chance to think. But for adults with ADHD, impulsive comments become part of their everyday lives. It's like playing a game without a rewind button, where social situations can quickly become awkward. Dr. Russell Ramsey, an expert in clinical psychology, sheds light on this phenomenon. Picture this. Adults with ADHD have a natural knack for spontaneity in their speech. They might find themselves blurting out responses before the questions are fully formed, or jumping in to finish other people's thoughts. It's not because they're being rude or impatient. It's the hyperactivity within their brains at play. They have a whirlwind of ideas and thoughts swirling around, fearing they'll forget them if they wait too long. This fear pushes them to blurt out their thoughts and interrupt conversations they're engaged in. Poor attention to detail. Attention to detail. It's like a treasure hunt where the important clues often slip away from adults with ADHD. They find it difficult to concentrate on the small, important things, which leads to a trail of silly mistakes in their work and everyday tasks. Following instructions becomes like a tricky maze, and important information seems to hide in plain sight. Just imagine missing out on important details in written documents or struggling to catch errors when reading. Even in conversations, their focus tends to wander, making it hard to stay fully engaged. Before I continue, I'd like to give you 5 seconds to pop the subscribe button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you do it? Great. Let's continue. Mental restlessness. The world of ADHD is full of surprises. We all know that the H in ADHD stands for hyperactivity, which usually refers to physical restlessness. But there's another kind of restlessness hiding in the shadows, mental restlessness. Dr. Kimberly Quinn, a clever cognitive psychology professor, compares the ADHD mind to a swarm of hyperactive hummingbirds buzzing around, constantly seeking out new and fascinating things. It's like an internal motor that just won't turn off. Imagine being Sarah, a fellow adult with ADHD, who experiences this whirlwind of thoughts, inner chatter, and relentless overthinking. It's a wild ride that can lead to emotional burnout and mental exhaustion by the end of the day. To measure this internal restlessness, Dr. Lisa Weyant, a psychology professor, devised an internal restlessness scale. In her study, she found that college students with ADHD scored much higher on the scale compared to their non-ADHD peers. So it turns out that ADHD isn't just about physical energy. It's about a bustling mind that can't seem to find a quiet moment. Trapped in the now. We all know that approaching deadlines can send shivers down our spines, but for adults with ADHD, it's like stepping into a time warp. When deadlines are mentioned, you can almost hear a collective sigh of anxiety. It's a universal truth that deadlines can be stressful, but for adult ADHDers, the emotional roller coaster can reach new heights. Psychologist Ari Tuckman has revealed that adults with ADHD often find themselves trapped in the present moment. They become so absorbed by what's happening right now that external cues and future considerations fade into the background. It's like they have difficulty making space for the future until, all of a sudden, chaos erupts. This chronic procrastination often stems from executive dysfunction, which involves difficulties in planning and completing tasks. The challenge lies in the inability to visualize the final outcome. When you have executive dysfunction, it's harder to see the big picture and understand how all the pieces fit together. This can make it challenging to start and finish tasks, leading to a pattern of chronic procrastination. Loss of words you know. Imagine having a conversation where your brain acts like a predictive text feature, but without your consent. Well, for those with ADHD, that's exactly how their thought process works. It's like their brains are one step ahead, constantly trying to finish their sentences before they even do. Licensed clinical social worker Timothy Kelly sheds light on this phenomenon, explaining that individuals with ADHD often experience disorganized thinking. Their thoughts race faster than their speech, leading to a struggle to keep up. But it doesn't stop there. When adults with ADHD try to explain something to others, they may encounter a frustrating hurdle: the loss of words they know. It's as if the words hide just out of reach when they need them the most. Dr. Susan Whitburn, a psychology professor, points out that the difficulty in organizing thoughts can cause this temporary loss of words. Thanks for continuing to watch our video. This time I'll give you 3 seconds to pop the subscribe button. 3, 2, 1. Feeling unmotivated. The battle of motivation, a struggle we all know too well. But for neurodivergent adults, like those with ADHD, this feeling of laziness takes on a whole new dimension. They put in tremendous effort, but it feels like they're running on a hamster wheel, unable to reach their goals. Picture this: they encounter a mountain of unwashed plates and cups, only to turn around and flee in the opposite direction. They may come back later, but the cycle of avoidance continues. Now let's dive into the fascinating world of neurotransmitters. Dr. Nora Valco, a brilliant research psychiatrist, conducted a study that revealed the importance of dopamine, a neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and reward, in the regulation of motivation. In the brains of adults with ADHD, the researchers discovered a shortage of dopamine and its transporter, disrupting the dopamine reward pathway. This means that even when adults with ADHD anticipate a reward at the end of their task, they struggle to find the motivation to complete them. Do any of these signs of ADHD sound familiar to you? If they do, we really encourage you to talk to your family doctor or a mental health professional to get evaluated. It's important to remember that having ADHD doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. You're not weak, broken, or lazy. Your brain just works in a different way. Actually, Dr. Quinn, the cognitive psychology professor that was mentioned earlier, says we can think of ADHD as a superpower. You have special ways of using your mind, coming up with new ideas that nobody else has ever thought of. Embrace your special talents and unlock all the amazing things you can do. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to pop the subscribe button and share this video with others who would enjoy it too.